Yo, grab your coffee and lean in, because Tougen Anki episode 10, Children of Kishin, just dropped like a demonic bombshell, exploding with revelations that have me yelling at my screen in that cozy café corner we love. We're back with our boy Shiki Ichinose, the blue-haired Oni delinquent who's still reeling from his foster dad's tragic end and his crash course into the hidden worlds of Oni vs Momotaro. This ep picks up right after the intense Momotaro spirit vibes from last week, where Shiki's been grinding at Rosetsu Academy, honing his blood-manipulating powers under the watchful eye of the stoic badass Nato Midono. The plot kicks off with Shiki in a sparring session on one thick sweat-drenched training grounds under a stormy sky, where his usual cocky attitude clashes with Jin Kigasaki's no-nonsense swordplay. But bam! Mid-fight, Shiki's blood starts acting weird, pulsing with this raw, elemental fury that nearly levels the arena. Enter the big moment, Midono pulls Shiki aside for a low dump that feels like a gut punch. Turns out, the children of Kishin aren't just some ancient myth, they're super rare Oni descendants born when the Oni race is on the brink, inheriting godlike powers from the primordial Kishin spirits. And guess what? Shiki's one of them. Cue flashbacks to ancient Oni gods wielding elements like fire and thunder, tying straight into Shiki's chaotic bloodline. It's not just him, we get hints of 7 others out there, each mastering a different element, setting up this epic chessboard of potential allies or rivals. Key characters shine here. Shiki's the heart, his overconfident swagger cracking under the weight of this destiny, delivering lines like "I'm no one's chosen one, I just wanna kick some Momotaro ass" with that raw teen angst. Midono's the mentor figure, dropping wisdom bombs with his gravelly voice, but we see a flicker of concern in his eyes, like he's hiding his own Kishin secrets. Jin steps up as the comic relief rival, mocking Shiki's fancy new title while secretly geeking out over the power boost. And oh, the villain tease. A shadowy Momotaro agent lurks in the background, whispering about hunting these Kishin brats to tip the war, adding that ticking clock tension. The overall vibe? Electric chaos meets mythological deep dive. It's like if Naruto's 9 Tails reveal crashed into Jujutsu Kaisen's cursed energy lore, but with a bloody, demonic twist. The episode pulses with urgency, blending high-octane action. The training fight escalates into a full-on elemental storm with quieter moments of Shiki staring at his reflection, pondering his fate. It's gripping, man, like the story's finally shifting from survival mode to world-shaking epic, leaving you buzzing with what's next. Alright, let's nerd out on the visuals. Studio Hibari's animation in this app is a feast for the eyes, seriously elevating the manga's gritty style into something visceral and stunning. The art style pops with those bold, angular character designs. Shiki's style will tear into and moles under his eye, give him the perfect troubled hero look, while the only horns emerging during power-ups are rendered with this menacing glow that screams ancient power. The color palette. Chef's kiss deep crimsons for blood manipulation contrasting against stormy greys and flashes of elemental blues and reds, making every scene feel alive and immersive. Gushing time, the fight sequences are gorgeous. When Shiki's blood erupts into those gun-like forms or swells into defensive barriers, the fluid motion capture is top tier, with particle effects that make the elemental hints like flickering flames or crackling lightning look straight out of a high-budget blockbuster. The background art nails the Academy's ominous vibe, crumbling stone walls, misty forests adding depth that pulls you in. And the sound design pairs perfectly, with thumping heartbeats syncing to the animation during revelations, heightening the drama. But hey, honest nudge, while the big moments shine, some transitional scenes feel a tad stiff, like the character movements and dialogue-heavy parts could use a bit more polish to avoid that occasional slidey feel. It's not a deal-breaker, far from it, but stepping up the consistency they would make it flawless. Overall, the art and animation capture the manga's raw energy without losing its edge, making this a visual treat that's kind to the source while pushing boundaries. Dude, episode 10 left me hyped out of my mind. It's that pivotal turn where Tougen Anki stops being just another shonen and becomes your next obsession. The Kishin reveal adds layers to Shiki's arc, turning his revenge quest into something mythic, and I'm totally hooked on how it expands the world's lore without info-dumping too hard. Obsessed with the elemental potential, imagining Shiki unleashing full Kishin mode as me replaying scenes like a fanatic. Humor-wise, Jin's snarky jabs have me chuckling. Congrats on being a god baby, now don't blow us up, balancing the heavy stuff perfectly. Critique-wise, it's kind but real, the pacing ramps up beautifully, but I wish we'd gotten a tease of another Kishin child dump the intrigue sooner. Still, it's a solid 9/10 for me, blending hard-pounding action with character growth that feels earned. Crossing my fingers for the series to dive deeper into the Oni Momotaro war, maybe introducing rival Kishin kids for some epic clashes. If it keeps this momentum, Tougen Anki could be the dark horse of 2025 anime. Let's grab another round and speculate on episode 11. What do you think? Is Shiki fire or darkness element?